Okay, the hour of 6 o'clock having arrived, we'll call the meeting of the Sherman Village Board of Trustees to order. Would the clerk please call the roll?
Trustee Gray.
Yes.
Trustee Hahn.
Yes.
Trustee Long.
Yes.
Trustee Rockford.
Yes.
Trustee Schultz.
Yes.
Trustee Tim.
Yes.
President Clapper.
Yes. 7 members answering the roll. Quorum being established, we're going to proceed with the order of business as set forth on the agenda. For the record, the date is Tuesday, July 28th of 2020. We're located at the Village Hall, 401 St. John's Drive in Sherman, Illinois. The time is 6 p.m. The type of meeting is a meeting of the Sherman Village Board of Trustees outside of our regular ones, but this is to adopt and pass the budget for fiscal year 2021. Also for the record, Trustee Long is attending via remote access call-in, and that falls under the new guidelines for allowing individuals to call in to attend. Plus, we also have that in our ordinances as well. So, that being stated for the record, let's move along in the opening. Did the roll call that's going to bring us to the Pledge of Allegiance. If I can ask everybody to stand and face the flag. Let's have Chief Banger lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Chief. Thank you, Mr. Long. I can hear you.
Thank you.
You did well. Even through AT&T, you did well. Okay, that moves us along to the President's Report. Item number 1, listed on the agenda. Let me state real quick before we get moving along. And this should be a fairly quick meeting. We're going to table items number 2, item number 3, item number 4, item number 6, item number 7, item number 8, and item number 9. For action this evening is item number 1 and item number 5. Starting off, item number 1 is listed on the agenda as an ordinance regarding the appropriations and budget for fiscal year commencing May 1st, 2020 through April 30th of 2021. We had a working group, many meetings, many hours to prepare this budget. This was comprised of the entire board working together in concert with each other to formulate revenue projections and to establish expenditures for the upcoming fiscal year. That all being said, the administrator has translated all those numbers, agreed to numbers, into the working document that sits before you on the table this evening and is set for action. I'm going to tell you really quickly that we have to adopt a budget by July 31st under state law. Otherwise, we'd still have to adopt a budget at some point, but that is what state law requires. So it is July 28th. We're ahead of that deadline and ready for action. I'm not going to go into this very much because we all did this together. You guys have had this sent to you. Let me just state this as well. Much like the state budget, when we prepare that, I've done it for a lot of years now. If there's any typos, scrivener's errors, things along those lines, those are all items that we can clean up in the future. So this process, as we worked through it the last couple of weeks to have everybody's input and to develop these revenue projections and to develop these expenditure line items and to have the administrator translate that and correlate that into the actual budget document. I don't think there's anything in there. I haven't seen anything that stands out, but to that end, if there is, we can clean that up and pass an ordinance to change that line item if there's a zero off or anything along those lines. That all being said, this is the document that's going to get us working forward. A lot of the other items that we talked about and addressed regarding projects and things that we went into executive session for, other things that need to be done, road and infrastructure improvements, things outside of this budget here that may require additional revenue sources that we're all talking about and committing to, whether it be the bike trail, public works facilities, things along those lines. As we move forward, we're going to adopt those revenues that would coincide with such action that the board would take in order to do that. But that all being said, this is a balanced budget. This budget provides for some of our key initiatives that we were looking for in terms of the departments. I do want to state this, that I just received very good news about 4 o'clock today, 3 o'clock, 3:30, received an email from the Department of Commerce and Economic Opportunity that through the Federal CARES Act, that the Village of Sherman is going to be receiving an additional $171,811. I know it's $171,000. I may be off slightly regarding the 811, which I don't think I am, but let me check real quick. $171,118 the Village of Sherman will receive through the CARES Act, CARES funds for local CURE program. Administrator Stratton clicked on the link through Department of Commerce and Economic Opportunity. We already have the ball rolling in order to get those funds. So that, in the future, we will be adding to the budget, and we will do that cleanup as a supplemental item to the budget to improve the revenue picture greater than what it is. So that all being said, I know everybody's got other commitments this evening, and we've put a lot of work into this. I'm not going to beat this any further than I have to. We're starting with the cash on hand, cash in the bank. Our reserves is over $1 million. We've spent a sizable amount of years never spending outside of our parameters and always saving. And so we have $1 million in reserves, and that's for the very catastrophic rainy day if one of our businesses go down. But that aside, we're in a good position to move forward this evening on this budget. Any discussion? Okay? No? So we need to adopt, and Treasurer Stumple is here just in case, but he's reviewed the revenue estimates, he's provided the cash on hand. This budget includes the budgets of the motor fuel tax fund, this budget includes the sewer revenue fund, all of the other customary funds that are included within the Village of Sherman budget that you all have been passing for a number of years. Again, last chance for any discussion. Okay, so.
Can I add some discussion quickly?
Absolutely.
We didn't include an amount for contingency in general funds. I don't know if that's on purpose.
It was accidental.
We typically do, so we should add that in.
Yep,
So
and that'll be with, when we get the line item appropriate for the CARES fund dollars, that'll slide into there as well. And so we'll have that contingency fund number as well.
But I think we need to appropriate it now, don't we?
Yeah.
In the budget. So
We're fine for right now.
Okay, so we can do it later. if we need
Yeah,
to.
Do you have that amount?
It would be, well, we typically do 10% of our overall budget.
Okay.
It'd be, well, it'd be 154,000 roughly in the general fund.
Good. Yeah, that was just over $7.
I've got the numbers you want to add in right now.
Yeah. You have what?
I got the numbers you want to add it in right now. We can change the numbers.
Those are unspent funds?
This would be just, just a contingency line item, so that we've got it in there in case we would go over for any particular reason. And we always put stuff, we're always putting stuff to our, contingency line item.
Oh, absolutely.
So I think we should have something in there.
Okay.
So I say we add $154,171 to that line, and that just makes the totals that we're appropriating in our ordinance to be $5,490,492.
Say that again.
$5,490,492.
Oh,
On
on the
page,
front.
for total expenditures, and the appropriated amount then is $6,863,116.
Say that again.
$6,863,116. And the appropriated amount for just the contingency line would be $192,748.
On the general fund budget.
Well, we usually have a separate line on the, so we'll add a separate line to the ordinance for contingency
Right, I got that.
that has the appropriated amount and the budget amount.
Okay.
You said 192?
192,714
Oh, I
is the
got you.
appropriated amount.
Okay. All right. Any discussion, questions for Treasurer's Uncle?
Can we make those additions right now?
What's that?
Can we make those additions as part of this?
Yeah, they got it. We got it. So that is the budget document as referenced. Okay, seeing no further discussion, the chair would entertain a motion to approve an ordinance approving appropriations and budget for fiscal year commencing May 1st, 2020 through April 30th of 2021. Is there a motion to that effect? Trustee Gray makes a motion, seconded by Trustee Hahn. And Mr. Clerk, would you please call the roll?
Trustee Gray?
Yes.
Trustee Hahn?
Yes.
Trustee Long?
Yes.
Trustee Rockford?
Yes.
Trustee Schultz?
Yes.
Trustee Tim?
Yes.
6 members voting yes, none voting no. The budget, having received a unanimous favorable vote, is hereby declared passed, will be made available to individuals, will be added to our website, and again, to the extent that we catch something, you'll see it show up in a future board meeting as either a Scrivener's error correction or a supplemental to that budget. In correlation also to some of the future things that we still need to do regarding revenues and projects. Okay, so that being said, also included in here is it's not an ordinance, it's the fees for the use of various public facilities. So this removes the fee to utilize the ball fields at Waldrop Park, and also removes the fees associated with utilizing the batting cages. This is strictly limited to the use of our pavilions. Everybody has that in their documents. We're holding various checks from individuals who've already reserved these facilities. Stated it a bunch of times already, whether if you're reserving it, you're reserving the parking, you're reserving the facility, we're preparing it for you, getting it clean, shifting tables around, just all the various different things that it takes administrative time to do. And the desire to, especially at Village Park, is growing and growing and growing regarding renting the pavilions in that area, especially with the playground and the amenities that are there. So we're seeing a nice influx of individuals. I'm getting emails through the Sherman info page, hey, we're seeing them come through about reserving those facilities up there. So there's the fees. They were stipulated and stated and read aloud in a open public forum village board meeting. Anybody have any questions regarding this? We just need to adopt this through a voice vote. And as we move forward with, we're going to have a more comprehensive ordinance that has park rules and regulations, park hours, all the various different things that we need to kind of update regarding our parks, especially now that we have a very popular park. So that all being said, those fees are associated in there. I'm just looking for a motion to adopt the reservation and permit fees as stated on the agenda fees for use of various public facilities. Is there a motion to that effect? Trustee Tim makes a motion, seconded by Trustee Rockford. Mr. Clerk, could you please call the roll?
Trustee Gray?
Yes.
Trustee Hahn?
Yes.
Trustee Long?
Yes.
Trustee Rockford?
Yes.
Trustee Schultz?
Yes.
Trustee Tim?
Yes.
Okay, 6 members voting yes, none voting no. That measure is also adopted. You are clear to actually deposit the checks that we've been in the Village Hall. The treasurer, you as well, as you perform those functions. We're not going to go into executive session this evening. We do have public comment on the agenda. We have one individual who has asked to address the board, Ms. Sandy Walden. If you would like to come forward and address the board under the board's public comment period. Thank you.
I just wanted to let you know that the date that the attorney gave the neighbor for the cages and the dogs was July 25th, and that date has come and gone. She still has the dogs. And the cages were partially removed, but she left up stuff that would be easily the big cage, two sides of it is still there. And where the temporary cage was, or temporary structure was, the poles are still on the ground. She just took the temporary fencing away and rolled it up. So it can easily be set up again. So it's not totally gone. So that's all I wanted to say.
Okay. Thank you very much. We'll check into that. I know that legal counsel has been out of town. He
I've
just had
already
a
done my observations.
his grandchild was just born
It's all the same
on
thing.
Sunday. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's another somewhat offspring of Don Craven running in this world now. So be world lookout. He sent me a picture, and so we're very happy for him. Okay, so that's it. We've 6:23 is the adjournment resolution. Is there a motion to adjourn? Trustee Schultz makes a motion, seconded by Trustee Gray. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? You guys have it. We are adjourned, 6:23. Thank you, Trustee Long, for attending remotely.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.